Hola clase! So this is going to be our Ser y Estar page that Bolivia made. So it is by me, Heather Cross, Virginia, and Thea. So this is just like an overview of the entire page that we created. So first, it just discusses how it's kind of like an objective telling the students how this week we're going to be learning about the verbs ser and estar, and then we kind of go into a little bit what it is, at least translate it into English. So what is the verb ser? So es el verbo ser. Ser means to be, and then estar also means to be. And then we talk about a little bit um how students may start to think, oh cool, like I can use these verbs interchangeably. But in reality, you really can't do that because these verbs are used for certain situations. So yeah. And then we kind of go into how to conjugate them in the present tense. So here's a chart that shows the present conjugations of ser and estar in the yo, tú, él, nosotros, vosotros, and ellos forms. And then this is just like me explaining how we need to conjugate the verbs, just like we do any other verbs in Spanish. And then I did create a little recording of me pronouncing the conjugations of ser and estar. And I did talk about how in the video we don't really use vosotros in the Spanish one. So yeah, and then I emphasis about how it's important to use the accents when writing them. And then I also just briefly mentioned how it really helped me keep going over them again and again and again for all verbs really. For like AR and IR verbs, like I always go almost on in my head. So it's very similar with ser and estar. So I go soy, eres, es, somos, son in my head when I'm writing sentences. It just helps me remember the forms that I should be writing. So I gave a little example right here. So I said, like, for instance, when writing the sentence, so we are at the mall, I might say the conjugations for estar in my head. So in my head, I'd say estoy, estás, está, estamos, están. Find the correct form, which I would be like, oh yeah, nosotros estamos. So then I would write, nosotros estamos en el centro comercial. In this next section, we are actually diving into when we do use ser versus estar. So I love this image. It really gives a very a simplified way of explaining it. So of course the acronyms doctor and place are here for students to remember. So it goes into the day, occupation, characteristics, time, origin, and a relationship, and then a star talks about the position, location, action, condition, and emotion. And pretty much I just say the exact same thing in these two sentences, and then I talk about how students should remember the acronyms. And then I give dates for each, not dates, I give examples for each one. So for day, I said hoy es, ooh. Okay, so hoy es 19 de febrero de 2022. I'm sorry, I don't know how to say that big of a number in Spanish. And then for occupation, somos estudiantes, so we are students. For characteristics, I said Artie is alto y guapo, so Artie is tall and handsome. And then for time, son las 10 de la noche, so it is 10 at night. Origin, ellos son de México, so they are from Mexico. Relationship, ella es mi madre, so she's my mom. And then for estar, I made examples for each of them as well. So for position, I said los estudiantes, los libros están encima de la mesa. So the books are on top of the table. For location, nosotros estamos en la supermercado. So we are at the store, or we are in the store. And for action, ellos están comiendo. So they're eating. For condition, estoy enferma. I am sick. Emotion, hoy estoy triste. So today I am sad. And then here's just another graphic that gives some more examples of a ser and a star. And then I really loved all of these videos that we included. They're really, I feel like they're really engaging and fun and pretty entertaining. So this is a really fun video it's a wrap pretty much. And it just shows examples of Sarah versus the star. And then this is also a really fun video. I loved it. I loved the song Dynamite when I was younger, so this really brought me back to my childhood. Yeah. And then it also goes into great detail about Sarah versus a star. And then this song is also really catchy. This song is only about Sarah. Yeah, and then I included this little sketch that I made for Sarah versus a star. So yeah, that is our page. Thank you so much. Adios.